Did you really need to do that? Hack, 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 hack. Can't determine the turret's hostility, but I can turn it off at the very least.
Sheila, we're still waiting on that inventory audit. In particular, we need numbers for servo mechs, energy clips, rotator bearings, and coffee from your department.
Fascinating. Wound ballistics. Wound ballistics studies the effect of penetrating missile projectiles on targeted living tissue. A bullet's objective is to crush and destroy the tissue it hits directly to cause additional damage by stretching the adjacent tissues. Tissue disruption is a product of the mass and velocity of the projectile and the type of tissue that is hit.
Sheila, we're still
And
waiting
just
on
make
that
home
inventory
employee.
audit. In particular, we need numbers for servo mechs, energy clips, rotator bearings, and coffee from your department.
This leads to the exterior. How do I get to the second store? Useful. Oh, hey. Could I get coffee? No, apparently not. So how relevant are you anymore? Not at all. Just random sniper rifle. Crowbar. Combat knife. I completely missed this. Just did not see this at all. Ah. Cue to elevator music. But yeah, the club music, all copyrighted music. Very annoying. Might end up editing it all out. We'll see how I feel in the future. Got copyright strikes on a few copyright claims on a few videos, so I might, in case they decide to turn them into strikes at any stage, I might just strip them from the game, strip them from the videos. I'm not really sure on what impact that will have on my commentary, but it might just it might just take out the music. It might take it just sounds the whole video at those points where you hear this music. It could do a variety of things. I have no idea what, but depending on how I feel and how it works, I might get rid of it. Sorry, the headset cable here is curling, and it's really bugging because it's like curling right next to my eye. So, sorry, just the headset.
Dr. Nassif said to carry on like normal and wait for an extraction. If they won't smuggle us out of the country, I say we do it ourselves. Mako isn't stupid. They'll know they've been infiltrated if the entire bioinformatics team disappears overnight. As long as I'm on the other side of the ocean when that happens. They left behind one of the Tarsus directors. I don't think they're going to leave us high and dry. Famous last words.
So, ladies, since you're so talkative,
Captain Lamar's people. She said that the scientists in this laboratory are the ones who smuggled Dr. Nassif and her colleagues out of the city. See if you can find a clue to Dr. Nassif's whereabouts in the lab director's office.
I heard you talking about Dr. Nassif.
This is a private laboratory. State your business.
I'm interested in contacting her. I was told that I could find her here.
You were mistaken.
I'm from the Tarsus program. Dr. Nassif would want me to be taken back into custody.
Tarsus? Oh well, we don't know anything about the trials. Don't tell me there's been an escape. I warned Dr. Nassif. I said that if she wasn't careful, they'd end up with a J.C. Denton on their hands. I guess you're here to wipe us out, like J.C. Denton wiped out the people who ran his trials. Well, we aren't as diabolical as MJ-12 was. I hope you aren't planning to trigger another collapse.
I guess it depends. Is there a connection? I mean, between the Tarsus experiments and the initial biomod research?
Not that I know of, but Dr. Nassif did give me a strange reply when I mentioned the Dentons.
How so?
She said that in the life sciences, one should never be surprised when the snake swallows its own tail. Just like her to flaunt her position.
A pretty cryptic comment.
Enough talk. You've put us in danger by coming here.
Sorry, just trying not to get left behind.
Talk to the Chicago project director. He's on the other side of the Biolab. I'm pretty sure he ran the trials, but he doesn't tell us much.
Oh, they were very helpful. Very helpful. Okay, they were helpful, but SSC will only help me to a grave. Experiment log, grey. Electrical sensitivity, skin, excellent resistance, some scarring, nervous system quite resilient. Note, subject is increasingly hostile. Did not have this problem with radiation and toxic gases. Handle with care during fire and heat resistance testing.
It looks like the phrenology team is going to make their deadline after all. Get in touch with me so we can plan the next phase.
Specimen X07. If we let him loose, then he will wipe out the rest. Also, don't these look different than the greys back in Area 51? Still looks, just the eyes taking up so much space of the head and all that, and just the proportions. Looks kind of freaky. I think we get something if we set him free. Plus, they're running nasty experiments on him. Let's just say first, who knows, maybe they'll be hostile to me. I think they won't be. I think, unlike the Greys in Area 51, this one's a bit more cooperative. Ah, damn it.
Closer to home now. Your science is too cruel. Silence is coming.
It's like bug eyes. Ugh.
They will pay for their trespassing.
You're kind of freaky. A few steps back, please.
We want to return to our kind. No more pain and experiments.
God.
Your science is too cruel.
Okay.
They will pay for their trespassing.
Okay. I'll get with the debt collection, I suppose.
That's enough. I'm leaving.
You killed the cat! I was gonna free that. Actually, I can't free it. I think I should focus on not dying right now.
Wow. Cold. That's not worth risking.
You're not that useful, are you?
Oh god, I'm hit.
No, can't free him. He'll kill the project director. So, and I need that information. Otherwise, I can't complete the game. Well, there might be another way to complete the game, but I need to hold back. Just kill the poor kitty. He didn't see nothing. One issue with this is if there's probably another guard up there. But well, there are other guards up there, and they'll probably see him. But there's little I can do about it. Okay, never mind.
Now I'm paying attention.
Shouldn't have been watching the opening cutscene, mate. Long past that. I think that was a bit of footage from the opening cutscene. While the project director is at the other location, here's the code to his office, so you can access his subject dossiers. I don't know why they're experimenting on the cat. Guten Tag!
Damage severe. Engaging auxiliary components.
They took out the turret from twacking him. Jones' book of military transgenics. That's not a word you hear much. The Rock. One of the latest developments in military transgenics, in military transgenic application, the Rock has shown a great promise in experimental implication in military testing. Original head of the product attempted to use orangutans as the base unit, but the results from the passive ape were disastrous. A new staff of researchers applied a biomodified strain of Papiourisis or baboon. B showed tremendous utility as a military unit, responds well to brutal leadership, works well in packs, and is a vicious combatant. The Rook is about 80 kg unequipped and is usually armed with a set of varied prox mines. The unit can maneuver in almost total darkness and is equipped with an undetectable to most sensors and listening devices. Its decision-making ability is weaker than most field-grade AIs, but the affordability of the unit offsets its weakness. Commanders of the units to be deployed with Rocks are encouraged to issue bulk casters to all personnel. Tranquilization is often needed prior to transport, and there's a slim chance that the unit could become hostile to our allied troops.
We're seeing some aberrant behaviors in the target locking mechanism in Project Serpentine. It looks like there might be something off with the halonics. Take a look and let me know what you find.
That's the room I want to see. There's an air vent into it, and there's the air vent. It's really, the security is absolutely disgusting here. It's terrible. So... have we seen his face on someone else?
You.
Yeah.
Your instructions were to remain in hiding until one of us contacted you.
You look like the man on the holocom who warned Dr. Nassif about a security breach.
I guess someone put you on our trail. Didn't take him long to get to you, did it?
I'm just looking for some answers. Tell me about the Magrel project and what it has to do with Apostle Corps.
Apostle Corps is not in the weapons business. Our people here control the Biolab, that's it. We've been investigating the railgun project ourselves because it looks like Mako is gearing up for a large arms shipment. 500,000 units. We think the guns are headed for the Knights Templar.
Since when are there 500,000 Templars? That's as big as the security force, the WTO.
Exactly. The Order and WTO are just as worried as we are. The post-collapse balance of power is quite precarious.
What do the Templars want? World domination?
A world in their own image, perhaps. One that wouldn't include Apostle Corps. They categorically oppose all biomod technologies. We think they might have staged the Chicago attack merely to ensure that our laboratory was destroyed.
Destroy a whole city for one laboratory?
If our other facilities survive, you will learn why. Until then, to reveal more would be unwise.
I want to see Dr. Nassif.
Dr. Nassif will contact you. Now leave at once. You are too valuable to us to be risking your life in foolish expeditions.
Don't trust this guy. Keep looking. We need to know Dr. Nassif's location. Search the director's private office off this room for clues to her whereabouts. A data cube or V-mail may point the way.
Please, listen to me. The secrecy of our organization is vital, not just to you, but to billions of people who will be affected by our research. Patience. All of us, Dr. Nassif included, were once trainees like you.
Oh?
You've been treated fairly. In the post-collapse world, every stable organization is a secret society. To be visible is to be a target. Don't blame Apostle Corps for a system we didn't create.
So...
Mako Ballistics is honeycombed with small research teams like ours. Tentacles of outside corporations. Seeds of new ones. Internal factions.
I just love the idea that, like, you know, a little family shop down the road is actually a secret society. Like, everything is a secret society.
All
It's
new
funny.
associations of citizens infiltrate the old ones, rather than exposing themselves to the sort of chaos we witnessed in Chicago. Dr. Nassif does not want to be found. In time, you will join us. Of that I can be certain. I know every detail of your life. I was the project director of the Tarsus facility in Chicago. You should leave.
And else?
Patience. All of us,
Nope.
Dr. Nassif included. That's enough.
Nighty night. Actually, do I even need that? Won't be using that. Nope, don't need it. I'm trying to go as non-lethal as possible, so I... Okay, you know what? Fuck this. Here's what I think of your... Okay, you're a little slow in the uptake, aren't you, mate?
Beware. Automated security mechanisms.
Ow. Actually,
Reassembling tissues. Finished repairing damage.
here's what I think of your security measures. Okay, that was just gas release panel. I was wondering if shooting it would disable it or something.
Just confirming my departure. No contact from Cairo yet. I don't know what we'll do if headquarters gets hit as well. More after I arrive in Egypt.
So Apostle Corps has some sort of home base in Cairo. I think you found your next line of investigation. Your pilot will be waiting for you on the roof.
The pilot that I liberated from me. He's presumably sore about that if she knows. Also, on principle. Also, at present, a Deus Ex 1 is only coming out. I think we're like 20 episodes in, maybe more. I haven't been keeping track. But yeah, it's only coming out now. So, backlogs. The power backlogs.
Closer to home now.
You good? You're good.